Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today's video we're diving into an intriguing aspect of experimental research: sequence effects. We'll explore what sequence effects are, how they can influence the outcomes of studies, and, most importantly, how to manage them effectively in your research designs. Whether you're a student, a budding researcher, or simply curious about how scientific experiments are structured, this video will provide you with valuable insights. So, make sure to subscribe. Hit that like button if you find the video helpful. And let's get started on this enlightening journey into the world of experimental research. The sequence effect, also known as order effect, refers to the impact that the order in which treatments, conditions, or tasks are presented can have on the outcomes of an experiment. This effect is crucial to consider in research because it can influence the results, potentially leading to misinterpretations about the effectiveness or impact of an intervention. Sequence effects occur because the experience of one condition can affect how participants respond to subsequent conditions. These effects can manifest in various forms. Practice effects. Improvement in performance due to repeated exposure or increased familiarity with the task. Fatigue effects. Deterioration in performance due to tiredness or boredom from prolonged participation. Carryover effects. The residual impact of a previous condition carries over and influences performance in subsequent conditions. When do we observe sequence effects? Repeated measures designs, where the same participants undergo multiple conditions or treatments. The order in which these conditions are experienced can significantly affect the results. Crossover trials. In medical and clinical research, where participants receive multiple treatments in different orders, observing how treatments interact and whether the order impacts the outcomes is crucial. Learning and memory experiments. In psychological studies, where tasks are designed to measure cognitive responses and learning progression, the sequence in which tasks are presented can affect recall or skill acquisition. Survey and questionnaire research. The order of questions can influence how respondents perceive and answer later questions, known as the context effect, which is a type of sequence effect. To mitigate the influence of sequence effects and ensure the reliability of experimental results, researchers can employ several strategies. Randomization. Randomly assigning the order of conditions or treatments to participants can help control for sequence effects by distributing any order-related biases across different conditions. Counterbalancing. This method involves varying the order of conditions across different participants to balance out potential sequence effects. For example, if some participants receive treatment A followed by B, others should receive treatment B followed by A. Lighten square design. A systematic approach to ensure that each condition appears in each position across orders an equal number of times. This design helps control for both sequence effects and position effects. Washout periods. In clinical trials, introducing a washout period between treatments can help reduce carryover effects by allowing time for the influence of the first treatment to dissipate before the next treatment is administered. Sequence effects can be observed in various experimental designs, particularly those involving repeated measures, where the same participants are exposed to multiple conditions or treatments. Here's how sequence effects relate to specific experimental designs. Reversal design including a BA and a BAB. Presence of sequence effects in reversal designs, especially those involving multiple phases like a BAB, sequence effects can occur when an intervention is introduced and then withdrawn. The experiences from earlier phases can influence participant responses in later phases. For example, if participants learn to adapt to the intervention during the first phase, their behavior during the second phase might still be influenced by this experience, even after the intervention is withdrawn. Control measures reversal designs attempt to account for sequence effects by observing behavior after the intervention is removed to see if it returns to baseline levels. This helps in confirming that changes in behavior are due to the intervention and not just the order of conditions. Multiple treatment reversal design. Presence of sequence effects. This design, which involves introducing multiple treatments in a sequential manner, is particularly susceptible to sequence effects. The effect of the first treatment can carry over into subsequent phases, influencing how participants respond to the second treatment. Control measures. Researchers can manage sequence effects in multiple treatment designs by incorporating washout periods between different treatment phases, or by using counterbalancing techniques to vary the order of treatments across participants. Other experimental designs. Repeated measures designs. Any design where the same participants are exposed to multiple conditions can exhibit sequence effects. This includes within subjects designs, crossover trials, and longitudinal studies. Counterbalanced measures design. Often used to control sequence effects by varying the order of treatments for different subjects or groups, ensuring that no single order of conditions disproportionately influences the results. Key points. Observation in designs. Sequence effects are most likely to be observed in any experimental design that involves repeated exposure to conditions or treatments, particularly where these exposures are sequential and the same participants are used. Importance of control. It's crucial for researchers to anticipate and control for sequence effects in the design and analysis phases of a study. Without such controls, the effects of an intervention might be confounded by the order in which treatments were administered, leading to incorrect conclusions about their efficacy. In summary, sequence effects are a consideration in multiple treatment reversal designs, and indeed in any design involving sequential treatment exposures or conditions with the same participants. Proper experimental planning and statistical analysis are necessary to mitigate these effects and ensure valid conclusions. Mock Exam 1. What are sequence effects in the context of experimental research? 1. Changes in results due to differences in the time of day the experiment is conducted. 2. Variations in outcomes caused by the physical arrangement of the experimental setup. 3. Changes in participants' responses due to the order in which treatments or conditions are presented. 4. Differences in data due to variations in the experimental instruments used. Correct answer is 3. Changes in participants' responses due to the order in which treatments or conditions are presented. Sequence effects refer specifically to how the order of presenting treatments affects participant responses, which is the core definition of sequence effects in experimental contexts. 1 and 3, these involve factors related to timing and physical setup, but do not directly address the influence of the order of treatment presentations, which is central to sequence effects. 4. Variability due to experimental instruments deals with measurement errors or instrument variability, not sequence effects. Mock Exam 2. In a study assessing the effectiveness of 2 relaxation techniques on stress reduction, participants first receive technique A followed by technique B. The researcher notices that the effect of technique B is significantly better. Which factor might be influencing this outcome? 1. The inherent effectiveness of technique B. 2. Sequence effects from the order of presenting the techniques. 3. The different times of day each technique was administered. 4. Variability in the participants' stress levels before the study. Correct answer is 2. Sequence effects from the order of presenting the techniques. When one treatment is consistently followed by another, the observed effectiveness of the second treatment might be enhanced or diminished by the first, typical of sequence effects. 1 and 4. While these could influence outcomes, the question specifically points to the order of treatments, which aligns with sequence effects. 3. Time of day might affect outcomes, but it does not directly address the sequential arrangement of treatments. Mock Exam 3. In which type of experimental design are sequence effects most likely to be observed? 1. Between subjects design. 2. Single-blind design. 3. Repeated measures design. 4. Independent groups design. Correct answer is 3. Repeated measures design. Sequence effects are particularly prominent in repeated measures designs where the same participants are exposed to multiple conditions or treatments in a sequence. 1, 2, and 4. These designs generally involve different groupings or blindness strategies that do not focus on the order effects among the same participants. Mock Exam 4. Which method is effective in controlling sequence effects in a crossover study? 1. Increasing the sample size. 2. Implementing randomization of treatment order. 3. Using a placebo in all treatment arms. 4. Extending the duration of the study. Correct answer is 2. Implementing randomization of treatment order. Randomizing the order in which participants receive treatments is a direct method to control for sequence effects, ensuring that the order does not systematically bias the results. 1, 3, and 4. While these strategies might improve the study's robustness or validity, they do not directly address the control of sequence effects related to the order of treatment presentation. Mock Exam 5. Which experimental design inherently includes a strategy to manage sequence effects? 1. Latin square design. 2. Post-test only control group design. 3. Pre-test post-test control group design. 4. None of the above. Correct answer is 1. Latin square design. The Latin square design is specifically structured to manage sequence and positioned effects by systematically varying the order of conditions across rows and columns. 2 and 3. These designs do not inherently include mechanisms for managing sequence effects and typically focus on different aspects of experimental control. Mock Exam 6. How can researchers prevent sequence effects from confounding the results of a psychological study involving multiple testing sessions? 1. Conducting all sessions in the same setting. 2. Counterbalancing the order of tests across participants. 3. Keeping the session times consistent for all participants. 4. Allowing participants to choose the order of tests. Correct answer is 2. Counterbalancing the order of tests across participants. Counterbalancing involves varying the order of conditions for different participants to ensure that order effects do not bias the overall results. 1 and 3, while these might contribute to consistent experimental conditions, they do not address the order in which treatments or tests are presented. 4. Allowing participants to choose test order could introduce personal bias and does not systematically prevent sequence effects. Mock exam 7. Which type of multiple treatment reversal design is likely to experience the least sequence effects? 1. ABC. 2. ABC. 3. ABC. 4. ABC. Correct answer is 3. ABC. Option 3, ABC, involves introducing and alternating treatments in a manner that avoids repetitive sequences that might reinforce specific sequence effects. By changing the sequence of treatments rather than merely reversing them, it minimizes the potential for participants to adapt to a specific order, thereby reducing sequence effects compared to the other options listed. 1. ABC. This design has repeated reversals between A and B before introducing C, which can reinforce sequence effects related to A and B. 2. ABC, similar to option 1. This sequence starts with repeated reversals between A and B, which can cause stronger sequence effects due to repeated exposure to the same sequence. 4. ABCB. This design also involves repetition of treatment sequences. Example: ABC, that can enhance the influence of sequence effects, as behaviors or responses may be more influenced by the order of conditions than the treatment effects themselves. Thank you so much for joining us in today's video. We hope you found the discussion on sequence effects in experimental design both insightful and practical for your own research or studies. If you enjoyed the video and learned something new, please give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content like this. Have any questions or want to share your thoughts? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay curious.